many times you will see people will want to know their profession using astrology, but sometimes you will see, they don't have an accurate time of. So they will be, like wondering, okay, what is wrong? I have gone to like 15, 20 astrologers. Nobody has been able to predict my profession properly. How you can go with this is you can use whatever I am saying in today's presentation. And on top of that, you can use astrology.
Welcome back to Vigya and Astrology. Today we have with us Bhabhajeet Ji. Bhabhajeet Ji, welcome. I'm sure our viewers have missed you. It's been a long time and hope you are keeping well.
Thank you, Shikha ji. It's a great pleasure to be back on your channel after almost 2 years. And yeah,
Yes.
excited to record with you today again.
Yes, your sessions are always very exciting and knowledge giving. I hope this session also turns out to be one of the best ones. And it's an interesting topic that you have picked up profession best suited to a person. That's a wonderful topic.
Yeah, so thank you once again. So today we will discuss profession, but just using your date of birth. So many times you will see people will want to know their profession using astrology, but sometimes you will see, they don't have an accurate time of birth, or they think they have a right birth time, but they don't actually. So they will be, like wondering, okay, what is wrong? I have gone to like 15, 20 astrologers. Nobody has been able to predict my profession properly. So why is it? What can I do? Well, then I tell them, okay, you are not sure of your time, but at least you are sure of the day, month, and year. So they are like, yeah, yeah, we know we were born on this day, but we don't know the exact time of birth. So today I will put some examples of famous personalities whose date of birth alone reveals a lot of secrets about that person's profession. And these are very obvious examples, and you can use this for any normal person. Okay, but what is important is you may not just use this. So how you can go with this is you can use whatever I am saying in today's presentation, and on top of that, you can use astrology. Okay, so you don't have to like, think, okay, only this or only astrology. You can use both. So if you are sure you have a accurate time of birth, then you can also use this. You don't have to discard this. And on top of that, it's like the cake and the icing on that. You can use both. Okay, so you can do both the approaches. Okay, but just in case you don't have your time and you are not sure, then you can use this alone, and you can understand a person's nature. So this will help you to actually know what a person is, what the person's strengths, weaknesses are, where the person can do good, what are some of the strengths, and what, yeah, also could be, some of the weaknesses. But in
Yes.
general, what are some of the strengths, and what are some talents which a person has, all right? So I will,
Numerology is always interesting. I've seen how the numerologists use it. And
yeah.
yes,
So I
let's
will,
begin the session.
yeah, I will share the screen. All right. Okay,
Oh,
so can you see the screen?
yes.
Okay, great. So I was wondering, should I make some very lengthy presentation? Then I thought let's make a one slide presentation. And let's do it live, okay? So first, what we do is we take the date of birth of a person, then we try to see which numbers are there in the date of birth, and then we try to make a collection out of all the numbers, and then we will see which are the numbers that we get in the collection. Collection is simply the collection of all the numbers that is there in the date of birth. So let's start with Amitabh Bachchan, the king of Bollywood. Okay, so if we do the collections, what happens? So we can see here his date of birth is 11th of October 1942. So now we can see the number one is appearing to
Four
quite number of
times.
yeah. But when we do this calculation for collections, we will not take the first two digits of the year.
Okay.
So so we will not write 1 and 9, and we will not count the 1 present here. So what we do is we will write this 11 and 10. So we see 1 is there 3 times. You can see this. Then we have this 4 and 2, 1942. So we write 4 and we write 2. Or let's write it in ascending order.
Yes.
All right, this is great. Now, what we also do is we will write the basic number, which is the addition of the day itself. So 11 makes up to 2, and already there is a 2, so we will write 2 another time. Okay. And now what we do is we will add the entire date of birth. Okay. So if you add this, this will come to 1. So we'll write another 1 here. All right. So that means this is the collection, and when we are adding the destiny number, we will also include this 1 and 9. So destiny number will be the sum of the entire DOB and not just excluding the two digits. The whole DOB we sum up and we write it. So now we come to this collection. So basically, Amitabh Bachchan ji has just three numbers in his date of birth. He has the number 1, he has the number 2, he has the number 4. Okay. So now, if suppose hypothetically in the 1965, suppose I was the astrologer that time and he would come to me and ask, what should I do in my profession? So I'm like, yeah, you have a good date of birth, blah, blah, blah. You can do this, you can do that. So he has the number 1. So the number 1 is the number of politics. It is the number of some administrative work. It can show a lot of name and fame in his life because his destiny number is 1. So that can show he's extremely famous. Uh, but then he also has the number 2. So number 2 is the number 2 and number 6. These two numbers, number 2 is for the moon and number 6 is for Venus. So we know what moon and Venus represents. They show popularity, showbiz, stardom, and yeah, people liking you for no reason
Correct.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it moon shows, the masses, and Venus, as we know, is the karaka for attraction and stardom, showbiz, and all this. And he also has the number 4. 4 is the number of like it could be IT or some kind of thing related to TV or media. It's the number of Rahu basically. So if this person would have come to somebody and asked, then using this system, I would have said that either you should try to go into showbiz or maybe something to do with IT and TV and all this. And because you also have the number 1 and your destiny number is 1, so you should try to go into politics. So now, if you see Amitabh Bachchan's life, what is his life, like surrounding around? So he tried to also go into politics. I think he was not successful. But then, if you see his Bollywood career, extremely successful. He went also into this Kaun Banega Crorepati, extremely successful. Okay. So if you see his life has been revolving around just these three things, he has been like very famous name, fame, power, position. Like he's known as the undisputable king of Bollywood even today, no matter who comes and goes, it's like he's always known as the main man there.
Correct.
So just using this DOB, we can say this. Now, as I said, this may not be enough. So now you know astrology. Now you see his chart. Then you will know, okay, maybe this planet is supporting politics. So his overall chart now has three directions. Either it's politics or showbiz or something to do with IT. Those days there was no IT, so it would be TV, media, and newspaper and all this. So now within these three, which one will be the best for him? So if you see for him, politics and all this was not the best. I mean, he tried, but he was not very successful. But he was extremely successful in the showbiz world. So then you can use astrology on top, and you can figure out among the three which one where we can narrow down. So there you can use astrology. Okay.
So
And
by
of
this system, can you say that why he was not very successful in politics only by numerology or by
actually
this
we
system
can.
of you can?
Actually we can. Yes.
Acha.
Because if you see in numerology what happens, the number two, the more the number two, the better it is for your showbiz career.
Okay.
Because the number two is the number of the moon, and if two is present multiple times, I mean, the person is extremely popular. I mean, the public is crazy for such people, and they love you for no reason. For I mean, if you just stand in front of them, people go crazy sometimes. Okay, so he has the number two times. So this is a very strong indication. We'll also see another example or many other examples. But if you see the number one, this is present multiple times. Okay.
Yes,
Now,
exactly.
the number one is a very tricky number. It is the number of name, fame, power, position. But if it is in multiples, it creates problems for you in that area. Okay. So we will see some other examples for whom one is like extremely beneficial. And if the number one was only present one time for this person, uh, I'm very sure he could have been, India's prime minister or somebody, or at least, some cabinet minister or somebody. But that didn't happen, unfortunately, or fortunately, either ways you say. So that is why this is the number one. If present double, triple, quadruple, then it becomes very tricky. Another example is of Subramaniam Swamiji. So if you see, he has also had a very successful career in politics, but some of his dreams have not manifested.
Correct.
To be India's finance minister,
Finance. Yeah.
to be India's prime minister. He has been the kingmaker somehow. So even if you see his date of birth, he has too many ones. Okay. So if you have too many ones, then what happens is you can be very famous, like Amitabh Bachchan is very famous, Subramaniam Swamy very famous, but it creates some problem or the other in some area related to the sun, which is, so either it will take away your fame or it will give you a lot of fame and take away your position, or it will not give you power or something or the other could happen, or you may be too egoistic and people may not like you. Okay. So now for him, we saw this kind of created, some problems in his political career and all this. So that is where this kind of, did not give him the best results. But if you see in terms of name, fame, power, position, popularity, because his destiny number is also one, it made him extremely popular. It's like, unparalleled name and fame. Okay. So now let us go to another superstar, Shah Rukh Khan. Now, there is a difference between both the date of births. If you see Amitabh Bachchan and Shah Rukh Khan,
Correct.
if you see Amitabh Bachchan is not exactly known as the king of romance.
Ah,
You know why that is? Because I mean, of course, he is a very good superstar for romance. He has done a lot of movies, but he's not
He is an
special.
angry man.
Yes, exactly.
That is 111, I suppose, so many times, and that's why he succeeded. Too much of
Yeah.
fire
So,
or sun, maybe. I'm
yeah,
just putting it there.
yes. Yeah. So, if you see Shah Rukh Khan's date of birth, let's do the calculation. So, what does he have? So, if you see, he has the number two, then he has the number one two times. So, again, it is one two times. Then, if you see, he has the number five and he has the number six.
Seven,
And
I think.
yeah, so
Destiny number.
yeah, destiny number is seven. So if you see his basic number is two, so it will anyways add up to two. So we write it one time. And of course, you add his entire date of birth, then it comes to seven. Now, this is very interesting. If you see, he has very similar numbers. He has the number one, he has the number two. So that means he can also go into politics or administration and all this. But again, one is in multiple times, so may not take in that side. Okay. Now you have number two. Number two again is, popularity and all this. Now you have number five also. Number five is the number of money. So I think he's the richest actor in India, in my knowledge, one of the richest.
One.
Yeah, I think he's close to be a billionaire. Maybe not now, maybe in some years. And his net worth is very high. But he has the number six. So six is the number of Venus, and we know what Shah Rukh Khan is. He's like the king of romance in Bollywood. But he interestingly also has the number seven. And in numerology, if somebody has the number 1 and 7 combined, the person is extremely lucky. The
Lucky.
person is extremely fortunate. We will see the power of these two numbers, 1 and 7. Now, when I say lucky, I don't mean the person is lazy and not doing anything. Because nowadays I have seen whenever I tell people sometimes you are very lucky, people get offended. People say, "Oh, what do you mean lucky? You mean I'm just sitting and doing nothing? I'm just reaping benefits of my destiny. I'm not doing anything." No, I've worked hard. And I'm like, yes, you might work hard, but still luck has favored you. So if somebody has, 1 and 7, then it shows you have immense great karma from the previous lifetimes, and you are really fortunate. So this means whatever you do, eventually or the other, you will get success and you will get such opportunities which maybe you would have not got if the number 1 and 7 was not there with you. Of course, this does not mean if you do not have 1 and 7, you cannot be successful. Like Amitabh Bachchan ji does not have this, but Shah Rukh Khan has it. So it's a very big advantage to have this. So along with that, he has the number five. So now, if you see the number six and seven, so seven, as you know, is the number of luck, and six is the number of luxury and specifically attraction to the opposite sex. So now, if
Seven is
somebody
a number for
seven is showing luck in numerology, like
love.
extreme.
Okay. Which planet do you take seven for you?
Seven in general is for Ketu, but in general, like if seven is there multiple times, then only it shows Ketu. But in general, if it is there only one time, it is very powerful. It is like supreme. We'll see the examples.
And what about five?
Five is Mercury. It is purely the number of
Mercury.
money,
Okay.
basically.
Yeah.
So
So that
whoever,
viewers know what you are using for what.
okay,
There's
yeah, yeah.
so many systems in numerology, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Though the number system, yes.
So one
Okay.
is for the sun, two is for the moon, and three is for Jupiter, and four is for Rahu. So five is for Mercury, and six
Six.
is
Yeah.
Venus. Seven, you can say Ketu. Eight, the dreaded number is
Mars.
for Saturn,
Saturn.
and nine is for Mars. Okay,
Okay.
so basically now if you see what is going on in his life, so he's a combination of Moon, Mercury. The Sun is also there, but since it is there double one, so I would kind of say okay, it's there, but he's not a man of administration and all this. I mean, if you see his
Correct.
personality, I mean, You can't assume he's sitting and, passing some orders, to somebody. He's not that kind of a person. So if you keep aside the one, you see he has two, five, six, and seven. So basically, he's a very creative person, two and six. So he will be liked by people from all ages, all groups, and specifically because number six is there, he will be liked by people, I mean,
Or
from the opposite sex and love, romance, and all this. And the number seven is amplifier. So seven will amplify all this. Okay. And five, of course, he will be very good with money. He will be very smart. He knows from where to earn money. And he has a lot of brand deals and products and all this, so needless to say, anyways. So now we have the example of Salman Khan.
one more
So
question.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
No,
So,
please.
in the previous Amitabh Bachchan, we added up one and put two over there, another two. What if my birth date, only the date, 02 over here, Shah Rukh Khan? We don't have to add and put an extra two over there.
No, 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 no. If it
Okay.
is
Only for
just
double digit, you
second,
just add and put that extra. Is that
yeah,
it?
correct.
Okay.
Now, suppose somebody's date of birth. Let me give you an example. Is 22nd, March 1950, for example. So then we will write the number two times because it is present two times.
Yes. And but then you also added one plus one, two, and put another two in Amitabh Bachchan.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
is
I'm asking.
because, yeah, correct. That is because when you add, but now here it will be 4, 22, comma 4, because 20
Yes.
plus 2 is 4. Okay.
Correct. So what about Shah Rukh Khan? He's just having 02 over there. So
So
do
we'll
we
write
add
only
another
one.
two?
No, no, only once.
Only one.
Whatever is the
Okay.
day, we add it. So 0 plus 2 is 2. That's it.
So no. So do we add another two over here? He's already having one, two. But do we
No,
add
no,
another
no,
two?
not
No.
required.
So
If the
single
basic,
digits are not added again. Right.
yes, yes,
That was
yes.
my question.
So,
Okay.
so if
Okay.
somebody is born like on first, second, or till ninth, so we will write it only one time.
One time.
That's
Okay.
the okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, huh? What is
Oh, no, no problem. It's
yeah.
good that you have asked. All right. So now for Salman Khan, you can see if you see what
One.
is his collection.
One.
Yes, now this is interesting. Number one is there one time because we do not write this one and nine. So number one is here one time. Then we have number two. Then we have number two times. If you see,
Correct.
okay.
Yeah.
Then we have number five. We have
Five,
number
six,
six,
seven.
seven, and I think if you add his date of birth, it again comes to six. So this will be six two times.
And
And there's
also nine.
another number that is nine. Okay.
Nine.
So this is a very interesting date of birth. Number nine, Mars. So this nine is not there for Shah Rukh Khan. Okay.
Correct.
And he has all the masculine numbers, single one, the sun, he's like very strong, very powerful, very well built, very energetic. Number six and destiny number six, extreme attraction. I mean, people go crazy, the women go crazy. It's like, they're like, oh, and we know when Salman Khan is there, what he does, he has this famous thing, where he just
Yeah.
yeah, so this is because he has the number nine, so this makes him extremely masculine and bold, and he's very angry all the time. But there is another thing in his chart. He has the number six two times.
Yes.
So number six makes you very attractive, and your destiny number is also six. It will make you even more attractive, but it will always give you problems with females. And if you see his life, I mean, he has not had the best relationships, right? So you
Correct.
can like quote any examples. And if six and nine are present together, there could be, violence. There could be violence in relationships and also
One.
could be a
Oh,
possibility.
oh,
And we know he has had some history, like 20 years back, at least we would
yes.
hear. We don't know if they are true or not. And also, you see, he was also, facing some court cases and all this. So now if you see, he has the number two times. So again extremely attractive. Okay, the number two will give you attraction towards any age group, not just females or male. Okay, and number six is there, so very attractive for females. Number seven, extremely lucky. Again, you see the number one and seven both are present here. Now he has number five, so very good with money, and he also has the number nine. So you could say, suppose this person came to you, what should you do? You could have said, you can go into, politics, administration, and all this, but maybe his horoscope didn't support, so he didn't go. But if he went, he would have been very famous. And if you see, he has done, all these roles, police inspector, that he has all this
Yeah.
kind of, roles where he's exerting his authority. It's like he's very commanding. That you will not see in Shah Rukh Khan. Okay, he'll be more like he's doing something himself, and but Salman Khan is like, no, I am the boss. I will tell you what to do, and I'll make you what to do. Make you work basically. So and five and seven, so he can go into bodybuilding, gym, and all this. And all this is already there. I mean, that's the interesting thing. Just because you have number one, it does not mean you have to become an IAS officer. So if suppose somebody has number one single time and he comes and asks you, so what should I do? Should I become an IAS officer? I said no. But whatever you do, even if you are a cricketer or film star, if you are a cricketer, you can be a good captain. Like Mahendra Singh Dhoni, he has the number one and seven also, and he's the only Indian captain who has brought two World Cups for India. So again, this person very popular, name, fame, attraction. So this is all his life is. And if you see the next example, very, very interesting. This person has no other numbers.
One
This
and two.
Yeah, just these two numbers. You can calculate, how many times. So two is there,
Three
three
times,
times.
four times. Yes.
Yeah, actually four times because his basic is
Yeah,
also
yes. Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
And if you add his entire date of birth, it will again come to one. Okay.
Acha.
So now again, like Amitabh Bachchan, he has Destiny one, and it is again multiple. So politics and all this is again questionable. But extreme name fame. He was like till Amitabh Bachchan and some other superstars were there. He was like the Amitabh Bachchan of those days. We may
Of
not.
those.
Yes, and two is there quadruple. I mean, it's like people are crazy. I mean, that they're like, we just want to meet this person. We don't care what's going on, and I mean, he's just the way he is. So extreme name fame, sun and moon, like extreme popularity, and this person has ruled Bollywood, maybe for 50 years at least, in my opinion. Maybe more than that.
More people are still crazy about him.
Yes,
All the big stars, they will try to copy him. Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, whoever it is.
yes, yes. All right. Now we have example of a female. So again, I think we may not need to make the calculation. Now we can, predict without even making the calculation. So
Correct.
So if you see Shilpa Shetty ji, she has the number eight, and eight in numerology is the number of Saturn. Saturn shows, something old like, Ayurveda, yoga, fitness, and all this, but not, the gym style fitness. It is more like a holistic fitness. And this is something which you will not find in the all the other four examples. They don't have eight, but she has. So she was into, she did some recordings with, I think, Baba Ramdev, and she was a very big. I mean, she was a
And
big
she
celebrity.
has yoga recordings and everything.
Exactly. So now this is interesting. She has number six and seven and five, just like we saw for Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan. So extremely good with money, very good businessman. She has a very big restaurant also in Mumbai, I think, Bastian or some.
Still.
That's the name. Yeah.
Crazy it is like.
Yes, absolutely. So six, very attractive, very charming, but she has eight. So this eight will give her, something interest related to yoga and all this. But now it's not just eight; it's also with six. So it will be yoga, but with camera. It will not be yoga in the house. Okay, it will be yoga in front of everybody, and with camera, and five is there, so it will be a product, it will be sold, it will be CD, cassette, all this, So all the elements are together. Imagine eight was alone, then she would be doing some yoga in the home, and that's it. She will tell to her relatives and all. That's it. End of the story. But now it's not like that. Now it is like yoga CD, this CD, exercise, all these things are viral. Okay, but because number five is there, she's a very shrewd businessman and she knows how to make money. Now, Karishma Kapoor. Again, if you see, if you add 2 and 5, again it is 7, again 7, 5, 6. So 2, 5, 6, 7. These four numbers are repeating for Bollywood stars. Because
Bollywoods.
2 and 6, these two numbers are Moon and Venus, extreme attraction. 7 is luck. And we also have 6, we also have 7, so extreme attraction, 7 exaggerates whatever you have, and she has the number 4 also. So she could have gone into IT and all this, that could have been a chance, but maybe because her horoscope didn't support, so she didn't go. But if you talk to her inner circles and people who know her, they will tell she is very tech savvy. Okay, they will give you this feedback. Whoever has 4 will be a bit tech savvy more than normal. Okay, I
Acha.
think it's the Chat GPT, OpenAI, the CEO, Sam Altman. If you add his date of birth, his destiny number is 4, and see what he has done. 4 is Rahu, invention, and all this. Okay. But she also has 4. Amitabh Bachchan also has 4, but they have not done any, groundbreaking innovation. Okay. But maybe something is there in the astrology, but we can still say, it is a possibility. 7 and 4, these two numbers in numerology will make you very good with travel. So this is a person who would love to travel always. Okay. Again,
Yeah.
you have to know her inner circles, to get this feedback maybe.
But
Now,
Amitabh Bachchan is very tech savvy because he was a person like he's a person into NTFs, earning so much from there. And so
yeah.
many things like we didn't even know. I took him very later on that stage. NTF, what is NTF? Oh, then I went into it, saw, and then I saw he's earning huge
Oh,
from
I
that.
see. Oh,
And he's very
nice.
active on social medias and everything. Oh, all these I don't know about Karishma, but Amitabh Bachchan.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
he has a superb earnings from NTF, selling his images of movies,
Oh,
which
I
he
see.
has which he has taken, I think that nobody else can use his images as such. I think he
Oh,
has
I
a
see.
patent on them. Something I think.
Okay, okay. That's great to know. Thank you for the
Yeah.
feedback. So,
And it's such a complex process and he is doing that. So, matlab, he is very tech savvy. I
so
don't
that
know about
means
Sancho.
number 4 is active for
Yeah,
Amitabh.
yeah, very active.
So he may not
But,
become the CEO of OpenAI, but he is
but he is
active
very, yeah.
for. Yeah, yeah. That's great to know. Thank you.
And but there is a question like number seven, you said it expands whatever you had. But it's a Ketu number, no? That
Yeah, so
like
7 and
Ketu,
yeah,
Rahu
7 as
expands
I
and
said.
Ketu will collapse like something.
Yeah, so 7 in numerology is like the classic number of luck. So luck in the sense it will
Luck.
add. So
Okay, so you are relating Ketu to luck.
yeah,
Okay.
so if you have 7 and 5, it will enhance your money.
Acha.
If you have 7 and 6, it will enhance your attraction, beauty, luxury. So whoever
Okay,
has 6
got
and
it.
7. So
Okay.
suppose you go to somebody who is born on 6th of July or 7th June, something like this. You go to their house, the kind of luxury items you will find, you will not find anywhere else.
My son is a six and seven.
And because they have 7 and 6, so 6 is luxury, 7 is lux. So later on, you go to their home, maybe when they've started earning 30s, 40s, 50s, you will see they will have, some products like, some antique items, which is like, hey, how did you get this? Oh, I went to Africa, there I got this. There was a special exhibition only on the day I was there, and I got this, and that's how it's in my house. Because luck is favoring them. Whenever they go somewhere, there will be some exhibition or something, and it will reach their house. Okay. So now we go to some other examples. We go to Manmohan Singh ji's date of birth. So Manmohan Singh ji, if you see, he if you add his date of birth, it will come to 5. Okay. And if you see, surprisingly, he does not have the number 1.
One. Yes, exactly.
He does not have it. Okay. And he was India's prime minister. And there were these, allegations, he was a super prime minister or somebody. So we will see other examples of people who does not have the allegation of having a super boss. Like, let's talk of Modi ji's example. So if you see Modi ji's chart, date of birth, sorry, we will see he has the number 1, he has the number 7 again, he has the number 8, he has the number 9, and he has the number 5. 5 is there 2 times because you add his date of birth, it again comes to 5.
Destiny. Okay.
Now, this is another thing. If you see, he has the number 1 and 7. Again, extreme luck. Destiny has favored him. Then he also has a difficult number, which is 8. So if you see 1 and 8, whenever this combination is there in numerology, it is like Sun-Saturn conjunction.
One.
And this is not the best number for a politician. Now, of course, this is not like a bad number and it won't stop you from becoming prime minister or president, but it means you will get abused always. Okay. And there can be defamation. So, and we know, in history, like 2002, 3 till 2010, 12, like a lot of issues he faced. Court case, problems. And yeah, so, but primarily, if you see his date of birth, he has the number 5 2 times. This is very powerful. Very, very, very powerful. So, if you go by the entire ethos of what he's doing, of course, I mean, this is again a very political thing, and people may say what you are saying is not true. He has some other objective agenda and all this. I'll keep all this aside. But in general, if you be a neutral observer and you try to analyze his, like yesterday was Independence Day, so if you try to analyze, his speeches in the parliament or in Independence Day and all this, so his main focus is to make India $5 trillion economy
Yes.
and the third largest economy. Why does he always keep saying this? Because he actually feels he needs to earn money for the country. Why? Because of number 5 and
Five.
destiny. If you add Manmohan Singh ji's date of birth, it will also come to 5. And how is Manmohan Singh ji known as? He's known as,
Finance
one of
minister.
the best, one of the best economic,
Finance.
stars. Okay.
And
And he was also India's finance minister.
yes.
So we have all these examples. And if you see Dr. Shashi Tharoor, very eloquent, very, very, very eloquent. He has the number 3, very knowledgeable. Jupiter is extremely knowledgeable. He can talk on any topic, very smart. He has the number 5, he has the number 9. Again, very, very expert in finance, but there is one number missing in his date of birth, and that is the number 1. Just
Yes.
like Manmohan Singh ji, he also does not have the number 1. So guess what? He lost the election to Kharge ji. So that means the conclusion is if somebody wants to become a politician, the number 1 should be there.
Be
Let's
there. At
yeah.
least one number one player.
Yes. So now we go to Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. If you see again, he has the number 1 single time. So he was the prime minister again. And if you see, he has this number 2 many, many times. Okay. If you see, he has the number 2 multiple times. So 2 can make you either a superstar or it can make you a very good poet because you can know how to, emotionally. So a poet and a Bollywood star is not very different. They can bring out your emotions, right? And needless to say, I mean, he was a great poet. And if you see, he has the number 7 and he has the number 4 also. And if you have the number 4, there can be wars. Okay, 4 is the number of war. So if a prime minister of a country has 4, there can be major wars. Okay. If you see
He had
Lal
an
Bahadur,
8 also.
yes, he has the number 8
Destiny
also.
number. It.
Yes. So destiny number 8 means the person is extremely humble. It's very down to earth, has connection with the masses. But again, 1 and 8, just like Modi ji has, you can see both. And both are from the RSS. And 8 is the number of discipline, and RSS has all this discipline and all this that is there. But he has number 4. So this means whenever he becomes prime minister, there can be a big war. And we had the Kargil war when he was there. If you see Lal Bahadur Shastriji's example, his date of birth, he also has 4 in my opinion. And yes, there was this 65 war which we fought. Okay. And Srimati Indira Gandhi ji, she does not have 4, but there is something else in her chart because of which there was war and why she also put emergency. But nonetheless, as I said, we can use this to know what is going on. So, for example, to conclude, if there are numbers like 2, 6, and 7, the person can go towards showbiz. Very, very powerful numbers. If the person has 1 and 7, then the person can go into politics and administrative services. If you have the number 5 repeating, then you can go into finance. And if you have 5 and 7, you can definitely go into finance because that will enhance your luck and all this. Okay. If you have number 3, if you have number 7 and number 9, 3, 7, and 9, you can go towards spirituality, you can go towards occult sciences. Along with that, if you have 8, that is also brilliant. And if you have number 2, you can also become a psychologist, psychiatry, and all this, like you can understand emotions. Okay. And if you have number like 9, you can also try for armed forces and bodybuilding and all this. And if you have 6, you will take a lot of photos and you will take selfies. So what I do is whenever somebody comes to me for a consultation, before looking at the chart, I do this analysis. So suppose now I see Salman Khan has this. Okay, the person comes with the same date of birth. And then I see these are the numbers. So now from this I know showbiz, money, and politics is a very high possibility. But then now I see his horoscope. I see maybe he has something, or let's say Shah Rukh Khan, for example, he has, 5, 6, and 7, and 2, as I said, 2, 5, 6. Showbiz. But astrology has to support. So guess what? He has Venus in the fifth house. So that supports. That's a classic yoga for, Bollywood, name, fame, and all this. So now we can confirm this person will be a Bollywood celebrity or whatever. And there should be other combinations of name, fame, the Lagna, 10th house, 11th house, they should associate. So when we have all this, so now we know for Shah Rukh Khan or for Dilip Kumar, for example, he has 1 and 2. So in his horoscope, I will only focus on 2 planets now, Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon. Okay.
They,
That's
they will
great.
dictate. They will
Yeah.
dictate. So Amitabh Bachchan, Sun, Moon, and Rahu, they will dictate.
Actually.
For the Khan, these 2 Khans, well, Mercury, Venus, they will dictate. Okay, so
Okay.
and for Shashi Tharoor, Manmohan Singh, Narendra Modi, who will dictate their Mercury and Jupiter for Shashi Tharoor, these 2 planets will dictate. So we can see that now the thing is these are date of births only. So on the day Amitabh Bachchan was born, there are so many people born,
Too many people.
right?
Exactly.
But everybody did not become Amitabh Bachchan. Or I don't know even if somebody was even close, right?
Right.
Why that happened? Because then there is astrology. And there's another science, there is palmistry, something is there in their palms and, in their hand, whatever, the lines and the mounts and all this, which actually made them superstar, like Modi ji also, third time prime minister. So, therefore, it is always best that we use numerology and we use astrology and we also combine it with palmistry. But if you don't know palmistry and if you don't know numerology, that's fine. If you only know astrology, that all will also work. And on top of this, you can use this to see the most important planets. So the numbers that are coming here, please do not ignore them in the horoscope. For Amitabh Bachchan, do not ignore Sun, Moon, and Rahu. And then, of course, the standard analysis procedures will hold true. Like, where is the 10th lord, what's in the 10th house, 6th house, 11th house, all the standard procedures will still apply. But if you find something like Shah Rukh Khan, Venus in fifth, then you know now this Venus is very powerful. It is not just a Venus, because there are thousands of people who have Venus in fifth, maybe millions, but they will not become Shah Rukh Khan. So therefore we have to use all the sciences. The more the better. If you can use palmistry, it's fantastic. But nonetheless, if you know astrology, just use it as you are using, and keep a note on these planets. And your predictions, your accuracy of choice of profession will go up by at least 50%. At least I'm guaranteeing if you use this, because now you know exactly what is inside this
Planets.
person. I mean,
Correct. And it is
now,
a super easy system.
yeah, very
Even the
easy.
children
Just see
can
the
use
number.
it.
Yeah. Otherwise, in astrology, there are nine planets. You're like, oh my God, what is going on? Guru is in Lagna, Surya is in 10th, and Venus is in fifth. I mean, what the hell is this? This
Correct, correct.
person will this person be a teacher, a politician, or a superstar? What will this person be? But now you come to his date of birth and you see, oh, this person has one and seven. Oh, maybe then the sun in 10th is most powerful. He's in Digbal, Guru is also in Digbal, but this person will not become a teacher. Okay. So, but for Shashi Tharoor, you must see Jupiter, because he has the number three, and even for Dr. Manmohan Singh, he also has the number three. So for these two persons, you cannot ignore this, and their Jupiter must be in a good dignity also, and that is why they are extremely knowledgeable. Okay, so now for Modi ji, you need to check Sun, and you need to check Mercury. Mercury, main planet, Mercury, main planet, and you need to see Mars and Saturn also. Okay, and for Vajpayee, you need to check Sun and Moon, very powerful. So that's how you can use this, and I hope this makes your journey of choosing the profession easier. Okay, that will be all from my side.
Surely, it's a very simple system. So I hope now the astrologers, numerologists, all on my channel use this before opening a channel. It's a super duper simple one.
And one last thing I would like to add, you can also use this on your prashna actually. So for example, today as we are recording, it is 16th of August. So
Correct.
the number one is there, six is there,
It's
and
there.
16, 7,
Eight is there.
8 is also there. So that means if today somebody comes, the person might be connected to showbiz, because 6 and 7 are connected. Yesterday 5 was there. So maybe it could have been possible if somebody came to you for a consultation, they could have some questions related to finance, or maybe a person books a consultation from you today, for today. They booked it before, but the date is 16. Then the person may ask, I want to travel to a developed country because number 7 shows developed countries. That is a very pressing question for the person. And the person is asking, when will I find the love of my life? Because today is again 6, 6 is there. Or the person may be asking, when will I get famous or something like that. So on the day of booking the consultation or on the day of the appointment, you can also use this, and it will give you brilliant results. I mean, you can. if you get a mail from your website or your assistant that somebody has booked the reading, for me now, I already know what this person will ask.
Yes, that's
You're,
very interesting.
yeah, the same prashna thing which everybody does,
Yeah,
like predicting the client before the client opens his mouth, you predict. So you can do the same. And on top of that, suppose today is 16 and somebody in his or her date of birth already has, 6 or 7, then it is like sealed. This person is coming to you for travel and love related matters. You know it.
this is great. Yes, great.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
my pleasure.
It was
Thank
a lovely session. Hope we'll become more regular on
you.
doing these sessions. Thank you so much.
Sure, sure. My pleasure. My pleasure. And
You-
yes, we will also record again for my channel and
Yeah,
excited to hear
yes,
from
yes,
you.
sure.
Okay, thank you.
Viewers, do watch this session. It's a super easy session, and even the children can do it. I think do subscribe to our channel and Bhabhajeet's. He has a lovely stuff on his channel. We'll be giving the links in the description box. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much.